Hello guys, Packin here. What I have with me right now is a box came from the Graflex Shop. This one is a Generation 2 model. I ordered it since May of the 3rd, and it's taken a good over 5 months of patience of waiting for this new generation to arrive, because at the time they were currently have the Generation 1s and Generation 1.5 models being phased out for a newer, better finish to make it as close to a vintage as possible. So I will do an unboxing video. It comes out in this box, which you see here, and it's really nice and secure. It's a really nice big box. Now I ordered a new version, meaning the whole retail version, and the other one is a blemish version, along with an extra clamp that I could use. So, anyways, I will do an unboxing. And they come out in a box like this. It's very, very nice that it is well packaged, well organized, and I really like the new box design that they have from the Graflex Shop. It's very 1910, 1900s era with this nice font, along with the vintage kind of coloring and logo. I really like this box design. It reminds me of the old 1900s and 1940s look of the whole font. Very nice and bold. You would also notice that photo equipment of the proven quality American-made camera since the 1890s. It's manufactured by the Graflex Shop of Missouri of USA. So this is a US product. And this one is, I assume, to be the blemish model. Packing material, of course, and the extra clamp. So let's go with the first thing, the newer model. Now, what I have over there is a Corbanth Graflex 2.5. So we're gonna show you off this model. As you can see, it's a nice sticker. It's not pressed in all the way, which is a good thing, because I like to save the sticker. Really, really nice. And it has a nice foam packaging. Very nice touch. And this is it. This is the Graflex, the iconic flash tube. Now, wow, this is amazing. I like how they have these deep grooves. Let's do a closer look. These grooves are stamped. They're not laser etched. They are really stamped, really good. I really like how, when I pay attention to detail, I'm looking at the corners of the squares. They don't touch. Well, they don't go all the way through. So this is a very good, accurate representation, because the G would be somewhere across from the corners of a bottom right corner of a rectangle, a square, and the upper right corner over here, and you line up, and that's a G. Now, the traditional Graflexes that I see online were usually painted, but this is unpainted. But I really like the attention to detail on the letters. Now the X is a little bit far out from the corner to corner, so this may not be accurate, or I could be wrong. but it's a little bit stretched out from the line where the two corners of the squares or rectangles meet. So it kind of crosses a little bit over on that imaginary line. Okay, so let's look at the pommel. This is a very crisp, clean stamping made by the Graflex Corp. Trademark, regular US patent. This is really, really nice. This is a really, really nice stamping by the Graflex Shop. This is really, really accurate. So no issues over here. The stamping, there's no it's not laser etched. No, this is stamped in by the machine. You notice that the lines across the rim are very crisp and tight along with the rim, and the lettering seems to be it's centered. I see that it's a little bit leaning to the right. Like if you look at the circle, it's leaning to the right a little bit. But you know, I assume this is done by hand, so you give them props to it. Either way, the stamping is done really, really nicely, and they go as close to the middle, the center of the circle, as much as possible. So, anyways, to open it, at least like that, it's a J-lock, so you pull out like that. I believe this is a bit, there's a little bit of grease, so that's good. Alright, so it comes with this bunny ears, a little bit of accessories that goes along with it. I'm just gonna leave this aside. So I'm just gonna rig it out a little bit. Very, very nice. Oh, let's take a look at the, so if I put it back in, it's very careful. Okay, so let's see if it's flushed from the top. You want to worry about the rim. So it does bow out a little bit. It doesn't stay flush, so let's take a look if you assemble it. Okay, so as you can see, it's a little bit loose. It's not perfectly flushed inward. Actually, I guess that's because the clamp. There you go. Alright, but still, it doesn't really go all the way in, unless maybe if I tighten the clamp a little bit more, if I tighten it more, this will stay more secure. But I don't want to ruin the finish, because every time you kind of twist it, you'll make a little scrape mark along the side of the square or rectangle washer. So it's still well done. Still well done. All right, now let's take it apart. I like that sound, that swing noise. So you get the bunny ears. I believe it's one for the, let's take a look inside. Bunny ears with nubs. You also get the vintage red button. This is a replica. As you can tell, that there's a Phillips on the underside, whereas the original red buttons that I've seen online for the vintage would be have a punch inward, not a Phillips. So you know that this is a vintage, and this has a nice tactile, nice springy feel. So this makes a really good tactile switch, as the Phillips is flat enough to punch to the switch, which is pretty good. All right, that's oh, there's more. They really packed it in very well inside the handle. Oh, all right. Okay, so all out. Okay, so you have the glass eye, really nice. It has a spring attached to it. This Graflex is going to be for my static prop. It's going to be in the A New Hope configuration. So you get that. You also get these little accessories, the knickknacks, what you call it, the screws and nuts, which is great. And you also get these sync pins. They kind of match with the look of the Corbanth. I guess the Corbanth models after these type of brass. Yeah, these brass sync pins. That is the review of the new version of the Graflex from the Graflex Shop. So now let's open the other box, which is the blemish model. Open up like that. Okay. Oh. Alright, this is the blemish model. Now I ordered this blemish model. That is a Gen 2 as well, without the stamping in the back, which I want. You can really tell the difference in the finish because this is a little bit rougher. The clamp is well done. Really like that clamp. The blemish isn't that bad either. So let's take a look. So you also get these additional accessories, the bunny ears, this is over 5-month wait time, so I'm excited to finally open them and take a look. Alright, so we have the same red button. Alright, so basically the accessories are the same as you get on the newer model. So the accessories don't really change much. The pins are the same. And yeah, the finish is really nice between the two. This one is a brand new model on my left. And this is the blemish version on my right. And I can't tell. Maybe I can. The S curve is correct. I think it's the finish. Yeah. Yeah, I think it might be the result of an edge that's kind of faded. But regardless, it still looks really nice. Alright, so this is the old clamp. This is the 1.5. Okay, This is the 1.5. As you can tell, this is lasered. You can see that the grooves are not smooth. This is the 2. This is the generation 2. This is generation 1.5. The G is in correct orientation on the rectangles. To the X, then they're in the same position. However, you notice that the grooves on the inside are laser. I believe this is laser grooves. As you can see, these imperfections, these little shininess as they make the markings. Whereas the Graflex in here is stamped. So they did it separately. This might be stamped at one point, but I guess it's not deep enough, so they had to etch it even more to create this kind of definition. But this one is just stamped all the way through. You don't see any shiny marks between the grooves. So this is a really good improvement. The generation 2 is a improvement on its own. Okay, so that is that. And this is the clamp I got with the accessories. Let me take a look. Very nice. A Graflex 2.5. Nicely done. This is a this one is a 2. I mean, no, this is a generation 1.5. I could still see the lines on the lines between the grooves. There is some etching going on here. Alright, so anyways, if I want to compare between the core bath, which is this one, to the new generation 2, you can tell the difference. The finish, in my eyes, is shinier on the core bath than it is for the generation 2. The generation 2 has a nice satin finish as it kind of mellows out from the shine to something a little bit dull shine, whereas this is shiny. You notice that the circle, the core bath the Graflex 2.5 from core bath has an oval shape, whereas this is more uniform in the circle contour. This one had a nice beveling for the hole where the screw goes, and this one I had to use a countersunk drill to create this kind of a hole. But when you cut into it, you'll reveal the brass. So this is a chrome-plated brass, chrome-plated over the brass. So, and on the back side, the hole is much smaller than it is on the Graflex 2.5. The hole is a little bit bigger. The circle, as you can see, still oval on the Graflex 2.5 compared to the vintage or the Graflex shop that modeled after the vintage is the correct circle. And the S curve, you can clearly tell that the S curve is more shallow on the Graflex 2.5 compared to the vintage, which has a nice dip and up. So this one, oh yeah, also that this one is more of a rectangle shape. This is more of an oval, an oblong oval shape to put a an oval design. So this one's designed to put in the oval piece on there. I would really hope that Corbanth would make it more like this, so you can just stab it on there on the next run. And also the hole, I'll make it smaller. I mean, I don't know why they had to make it bigger. And they should make it where the hole's a little bit more rounded, like the vintage. Yeah. But anyways, this is the comparison between the Graflex 2.5 from Corbanth Parks. And this is the new Graflex Shop, Graflex replica. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you find this informative. And when you order this from the Graflex Shop, be prepared to wait months on end to, well, for me, it takes me a good bit over 5 months to get a hold of one. So I'm excited to finally have this in my hands to review and also to enjoy. And for the customer service emails, I'd say that emails, they come and go. They have to work on their customer service. They don't respond on time. I'd say it takes at least a day or two to receive an email, or a little bit more than that. So you have to be really, really patient to get your questions answered. Anyways, this is Packin reviewing the new Graflex Gen 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you find this informative. And yeah, this is Packin signing off. Peace.